Hello everybody, I'm excited to share with you a little mini book that I made for my mother, and I used the Graphic 45 Secret Garden collection because when I saw that paper, when that paper was released, I knew that I was going to have to make something for my mom, because not only is she's a very good with plants and herbs, gardening, anything in that area. She's just a natural, and I admire that about her. And also, for me, as I was growing up, we would spend some cherished memories reading the book Secret Garden together. So I, of course, had to make something for my mom using this collection. So I gathered up some of my supplies that I used as I put together this book. I didn't really go by a pattern as I made the base of my book, and if anybody is curious how I made it, I will try my best to remember. And on the front cover, the spine, and on the back, I did do some stitching with the sewing machine on with the paper layers, and I'm going to show the inside with you and share with you the different products that I used for that. So as you see on my cover of the book, the base of the structure of the mini book, I used this cardstock from Hobby Lobby, the individual sheets that you can buy. It's that textured cardstock, and then also, as I had mentioned, that I used the Graphic 45 collection, and then I supplemented with this paper because I didn't have the whole entire collection, and this complemented it well. And I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. This is the Paper Studio line, and I grabbed some of these while they were on sale. And when I referred to my distress inks, I used Tim Holtz distress inks, and I used the two colors Peeled Paint, and I also used Vintage Photo. Tin Lizzie 444 had sent a lot of different embellishments that were fun to play with, so I was happy to be able to use one of her little birds on the flower clusters there, and I tried to use flowers to kind of complement the flower theme on that image there that I selected. This leaf that I used is from the Martha Stewart punch, this small one here, and I use those quite a bit throughout the whole album. And also, I was excited to be able to use my new Wink of Stella pen on different areas of the book. This is just a clear, and so I just went over it and highlighted. I went over the flowers, the leaves, even the bird. Certain areas of the image I went over to kind of make it stand out a little bit better, not get too washed out. And as you can see, my stitching that I did on my sewing machine, I did that on the front, and I also did it on the spine. And you can see how I layered the papers to kind of give it a little bit more stability and support. And on the back. And on the back and on the front as well, these brads were purchased from Hobby Lobby. I believe that's a Paper Studio line brads, and I use those on the front and the back, so that way as she puts things inside and fills it out, it can be expanded. This is some lace that I had found at one of our thrift store finds shopping. And I just put a little ribbon up at the corner, and this is a Saw Crafters little embellishment. And then these little sprays in here, the little pearls, the little stamens are from Hobby Lobby, the wedding, his and her collection. So you open it up, and inside, let me see if I can get this stand to cooperate here. And what I used inside here, I used some of the cutouts from the collection, and I rounded the corners and used the distress inks. This punch is a Martha Stewart punch, and so I punched that cardstock, that same cardstock, here as well, and then I used some more lace here in the corner and some of the coordinating paper on the corner, and on the front, on this inside, not all of the pages have the removable inserts where she can document, but it's really pretty. I really like this collection a lot. And then all of the pages, I have these that pull out with the tags, and that tag die is from Creative Time with Me from Emma's store. This collection you get 2 dies in with it, and the other die is more of a banner style where it has the 2 points. So I use that one die for the inside tags, and then I cut out these little images and put those inside. So each pocket has one for journaling. I also use this EK Success bracket punch for the pockets that I created on each page that flips. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages that flip inside. So moving on to the next page, this is some more lace. This is old vintage cotton lace that was salvaged off of the edge of a garment that we found at one of our antique store finds. So I wanted to use a little bit of that and share some of it with her so she can be able to look at it, because she liked it as well. And this die that I used, you probably saw it when I showed you the tag die. This is the die from Lifestyle Crafts, and it's a 4-inch doily, and that's a very handy die. I really like that one a lot. So I used that there, and of course pretty much every edge here has been distressed. And then I just put this image where it says, "Where you tend a rose, a thistle cannot grow." Thought that was beautiful. And then this edge complemented the other corner punch of Martha Stewart. These two were purchased together as a set. That's the Punch Around the Page collection. Kind of like the eyelet lace theme. And then this card looks like that and slides in. And then the next page, this card is removable, so she can document on that. And then I did use the butterfly punch. I used this Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and folded the butterflies so that way when I would put them down they would have a little bit of dimension. And I brushed over the butterflies with some of the Wink of Stella Clear. It gives it a little pizzazz. And then on this page I use this Martha Stewart punch. This is one of my favorites, and it's so pretty. I use that along the edge, and then I use that same leaf punch that I showed you earlier, Martha Stewart. And then for the flowers, I use this Martha Stewart punch. And I just kind of used my little stylus tool to curl the leaves, and then I put some little like the flat back pearls to decorate the center. And then I, of course, had to go over those with some Wink of Stella. Give it a little bit of sheen too. And then this is what the journal card looks like for that page. So then on this page, I put both of the cards right onto the page. I didn't make them removable. And on both pages, this is some old vintage trimming that we had picked up in another antique mall store that I wanted to share with her, and so she can look at that. It's really pretty. And then this is the card that complements that. And then this page, these are also onto the page themselves, and then I just kind of embellished. This leafy die here is from Die-namics. It's this flourish leaf here. And so I cut 2 of those out, and then I used a little bit of some more of Tin Lizzie's little flowers there. They're so cute. And then this, I use those leaves again, and then this dragonfly applique is actually something that my mom gave me quite some time ago. I've had it for a long time in my stash. And then this little card. So, and then on the last 2 pages, this is, if it'll stand up, it's the last 2, but probably should move it this way. On this the final 2 pages, I use this memory box bow. It is so pretty. I love this by Memory Box. I used that on both pages, and there's some Wink of Stella highlights on the page, and then some more of those little embellishments. Really pretty, and then she can document there. And so that completes the book. If I left out any detail that you noticed that I didn't mention or something, feel free to ask. Sometimes it's safer if you can private message me, because I can't always comment back on the actual video itself. I mean, I can comment back, but you don't get a notification then that I commented. So if you really want me to make sure I respond back to you, send me a private message is the best way. So I hope you enjoyed my book. It was a lot of fun to make, and I actually shared it with my mom last night, so she did love it, and I kept it so I could do this video. So I will give it to her now, and then she can start filling it out, and as she plants seeds this spring, she can start filling in what she planted and kind of document her garden for the year. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and leave a comment. I like to see your comments. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. I'm just adding in on the end, just showing you some of the inserts a little bit better according to the pages, because I realized that I wasn't in frame when I was showing these. So I'm just kind of adding this in as the last little clip, so that way you can see the journaling cards. And also, what I did for the construction of the book is I used some, I had these card bases, I think they're 5, yeah, the 5 by 6.5 card bases that I never really used for card bases. So they were stacking up in my stash there, so I thought I would kind of use them up. And what I did was I took as you can see on the inside part where there would be the typical fold, I didn't want it to just be flat, so I placed that card on my scoreboard, and then I scored on down the line on each side of that center fold, so that it would create a little bit of a space there, so that way there would be plenty of room for embellishing and things like that. So, and then I cut an extra strip of cardstock and adhered all those down to that piece of cardstock, if I can speak, to make it stronger for the spine. And then this green cardstock I measured, of course, so that way there would be a little bit of a lip overhang on both sides, top and bottom, and scored the spine, the width of what the inserts would be to fill my little book. So that's the construction of it. Pretty simple, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching again. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.